Welcome to Research and Writing in the Digital Age for grades K-2 with Katie Eklund. This is part 3. In part 3, we are going to be talking about creating and publishing work. Book Creator is a really great tool to create and publish digital research and writing. It is a digital tool that allows both teachers and students to create digital products. It integrates text, images, voice recordings, videos, and so much more. It can be created and shared digitally. It can be done collaboratively or independently, and it can be published once it's completed. So today I'm going to walk you through the basics of Book Creator and give you a step-by-step tutorial. On our resource page here, you'll see here is the link to the sign-in page, and also here's a link to the support resources that we'll be talking about as well. So let's dive in. So I'm going to go over here to my Book Creator. You'll want to make sure if you go to our sign-in page that you sign in as a teacher. Students obviously will want the student sign in. So if you go to this page and it says student sign in, you're going to want to make sure that you switch to teacher sign in. If you already have an account. If you don't, we're going to go to bookcreator.com, their website, and you can always click sign up to create your free account. Really quick, really easy. Okay, again, make sure you're on the teacher page. So if you sign up, it may ask you a couple of questions. I'm going to sign in because I already have an account. So I'm going to sign in with my Google account, and then it will take me into my Book Creator account. If you're brand new, then it may ask you a question or two. But as you can see in here, it takes you to my classroom. If I click on my three dots, I can see my library. So you'll most likely have just your My Books area. You can create up to one more library, which I called My Classroom, on a free account. If you want multiples, then that's when you might have to upgrade. But everything I'm going to show you today is available on the free account because that's what I'm using right here. So I can go to My Classroom and see my books. I can go to my library. So you kind of could think of it as you can have two libraries, because the My Books is just for you only, whereas your classroom is where you can add your students. So just kind of a different place. Once you're in your library or your classroom, you can scroll through your different books really quickly and easily. You can see I've made some beautiful, beautiful books right there. You can also bring in books that have been made by other people, which is really fun, or you could simply just start your own new book. So today we're going to talk about creating a brand new book. So when you do that, you're going to choose what kind of book you want. I'm just going to go ahead and click my blank square, and I'm going to drop that in. Just going back really quick, when we are in this, there is a template area as well. And those are super fun. Feel free to use any of those if you would like to as well. So let's dive in. Anytime you want to edit a book, you just simply click on it and it takes you straight in. You'll see that it will tell you where you are in your book. You can also view your pages by clicking on the Pages tab, and you can reorder those pages. You can copy them, put them in a different book, move them, insert, delete. Lots of great options right there for you. And then you can click on the page you want to work on. To add content, you'll click your plus button here and see there's lots of options. So on my cover page right here, I could add an image, I can search, or I can upload from my computer. And then I can find what I'm looking for and add it. I love that it tells you where it's found. So that way we're always noting that, really important as well. I could continue to add things. Maybe I wanted to add a text for my cover, right? And I can use any of these options here. And then I can move it around my screen. When I have my text selected, if I click on this I option, you're going to see all of the options. So I could make it bigger, could change my text size, my justification, all of these options, including fun, different fonts, different colors, shadowing, adding columns, front to back, you can lock things, which is really nice. You can also delete it. If I don't have anything selected and I click on this I, you're talking about your page background. So something to kind of think about. If I have my image selected and I click on the eye, then I can see where my image comes from. I can add attribution, really important to teach our students to do those important things as well. So if I click on my image again, and then I could use and add alternative text to make it more accessible for screen readers, things like that, and change any of these options. So lots of great options there. Let's move into our book, into our another page, and let's talk about backgrounds. We can choose solid colors. We can also go into categories and choose some fun pre-made ones, or maybe we want to add in some paper, different fun options there as well. So lots of options when you're looking at your page options, and you can customize that from page to page. We talked about adding images. You can have your camera turn on and take a picture. You can use the pen tool, and there are these fun different types of pens. You can change the thickness, and you can change the color as well. And then you can start drawing, right? Change your color, have fun things called magic ink, which make it, just fun and different. So when you're in this pen option, you have your color, you have your style of pen. You can erase if you need to. You can use the paint bucket to fill something, but note if there's not a closed shape, it's going to fill the whole page. Don't worry, there's undo right up here. Then we also have the ability to insert emojis, which is super fun and often super helpful because not only are there like faces, but there are emojis for things. So maybe if this is for younger students, and they're not quite reading and we're talking about bats, I could put in a picture of a bat so that they would understand what we're referencing. So lots of really great options in this pen tool. And when you're done, you simply just click done, and it will drop that on your page for you. And again, that was found under our pen tool. We talked about our text tool, and then we also have the ability to add in recordings. You might have to allow it, and then it will allow you to record once you click start recording and give you a little countdown. And then you can record and give your directions or maybe read what's going on the page, whatever information you want to give, and then you push stop. You can listen to your recording to make sure it works. And then you're going to click save, and then it gives you this little play button, and you can move it anywhere. You can make it bigger or smaller, and then you can also click on it to play it. So super, super helpful and super effective. I love using that recording tool. All right, so not only do we have our different media options, we have the ability to add in shapes, and you can search for things, which is really helpful now. And you can simply choose what you're looking for. So maybe I want to see if there is a shape of a house, right? So do notice sometimes this comes up. So if you're using the free version, that's not always a good option. But when you find the shape that you want, it drops it straight on there, and then you can edit it, click on the eye to make any adjustments that you would like. And then there's also the more feature where you can bring in files, you can embed things, and then you can also get fancy and add apps if you would like to. So lots of really great options as you're adding content inside of your book. Our play button up here will allow you to read your book, and it literally flips through your book just as if you were reading it. You can also have it read to you, which is really great. You can enter full screen mode if you would like to. You can use this button to publish it online, to download it as an ebook or print it, and or change any of your setting options, including the read to me options and speed as well. So lots of really great options when you're working and you want to preview your book. And always preview your books before you turn them in. If you go back to your library, then you can see the book you just created is right there, and then you could go and work on your next book or go back to what you're working on. When we were over here in our library, we have our books and then we had our classroom. And I mentioned that you can add students. If you want to add students, this is right here where it says your invite code. This is the code that you can give your students to join your library so that they can have access to the books in here as well, so that they can create books and you can have access to them as well. So a really nice way to do that as well. Down here at the bottom, you do have the ability to import books, move books. So maybe you put it in the wrong library. You can copy a book. You can bring books together because maybe you had students all make a 2-page book and you want to make one classroom book from that. Or you could simply delete the book and just remember after 2 weeks, it's gone forever. So lots of really, really great options there for you. This is an amazing, amazing tool. You have some other options up here. Again, your library settings. So for your students who are joining, what do you want them to be able to do, right? You also can see your books kind of like on a bookshelf if you prefer. You can reorder them, you can select them, and then you can also review your notifications. So lots of really, really great options right here in your libraries tab. Also, you have the ability to discover other books and check out what's been made, see examples under the Discover tab, utilize any of their amazing options in here if you would like to. So a fun place to check out. You have the ability to learn a lot. So this is kind of like a great support page. Over here in our slide deck, I gave you the link to the support page without being signed in, but you can also under Learn get to any of those support options by getting started. All of those options are here for you. And then also this wonderful little question mark, which will give you help as well. And then you can also get certified and become a book creator certified author. Super great. And or look at any of the apps that you can connect. So lots of great options. This is an amazing, amazing tool. I highly encourage you to check this out, to make a book that you can give to your students that they can interact with, because you can make something where you teach them content and then there's a practice page where they go in and answer things, right? You can teach them to make their own books, to publish their work. You can then take their work and make it one giant class book, as we saw. So many amazing options inside of Book Creator. So now it's your turn. Go create an example book in Book Creator to share with your students. This book should be used as an example to demonstrate the tool and the writing process, because that's what we're talking about in all 3 parts. And you can make it an individual or collaborative project, but make sure to add in multiple forms and types of information, from text to images to audio recordings and all of those fun things. So have fun, create it, share it with your students, and then get them creating. Thank you so much for watching all 3 parts of this amazing series. And thank you to our amazing resources from Book Creator, Eric Kurtz, HyperDocs, Susan Stewart, and TCA. Thank you.